As a kid, we grew up always being outside, playing, having fun, trying to get every bit of sunshine as possible, oftentimes even into the moonlight. However, as I've grown older, I've realized that not only is this healthy for us to be doing those things, but also it's healthy for us to be living in this calmness. Welcome back to Defeating Weekly. I'm your host, Craig Olson. Thank you for checking out this week's episode. Hopefully, you guys have been tuning in and listening to many of my past episodes. As always, you can go to Defeating Weekly on Spotify and check out all my past episodes, as well as YouTube. Typically, Facebook has all of them as well. If you aren't on Facebook, then there is, like I said, YouTube, LinkedIn is also another great one to check out episodes. This week's episode was one that I struggled to come up with an episode this morning and concept to think about. And it was one that just popped into my head. And I was like, oh, that's a great one. So I'm super excited about it. And it's the idea of being content in the calm. The current world we live in is all about seeing how much we can fit into one day. The concept is that if you're not doing something, you are falling behind. For years, I bought into this. As a kid, we grew up always being outside, playing, having fun, trying to get every bit of sunshine as possible, oftentimes even into the moonlight. However, as I've grown older, I've realized that not only is this healthy for us to be doing those things, but also it's healthy for us to be living in this calmness. And there is joy in finding those times of calmness. Those moments in the evening after work where the longest time I tried to find something to do are now spent enjoying conversations in the living room with my wife, watching TV with our family, or simply cuddling and being with the dogs. Life isn't all about what we are getting done, but appreciating and taking time to just be. One of my new favorite activities to do is simply sit on our deck at our cabin and look out into the valley. Quite often, Tasha and I will go out on the deck and just sit. Very little talking and just being. Listening to the boys laugh as they play hide and seek in the woods, listening to the trains go by in the valley, and the water rushing from the creek nearby are so good for my soul. It's important to recognize and fully submit to those moments. It's such an easy thing to start getting our minds distracted. However, there are always going to be chores and other projects we can be doing instead, no matter what. So take that time and just enjoy and live in those moments. These moments of calmness, in my opinion, are needed and provide so much to our health and well-being. So action steps to help you with this. Number one, be okay with just being. This is such a hard concept for us to stomach with the bombardment of posts of people working out for hours, improving their health. But when that is all we worry about, we miss out on the little things that can be just as good. Sometimes, maybe even better for us to just be. Second one, make a point to live each day in the calm for at least a few minutes and see what it does for you. This is a very hard transition that is going to take you. It took me a lot of time to figure out, and I'm still learning. However, once you start doing this, I bet you will begin to see the benefits coming that you may be shocked by. Third action step is more of a challenge for you today, that you take a very purposeful amount of time today. Set a timer for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, whatever it may be, and find a place in your day to live in the calm. Maybe it's going out if the weather's nice and sitting on your front porch or back deck and just listening, just being. No social media, no cell phones, nothing. Grab a cup of coffee in the morning, maybe, and sitting out on your deck. That's another time that's amazing. It can do so much for you. So I challenge you to do that today. The quote this week is from a great philosophical thinker. It's don't underestimate the value of doing nothing, of just going along, listening to all the things you can't hear and not bothering. The famous, excellent philosopher, Winnie the Pooh. The second one is improvement requires consistency and follow through. Hashtag Earcaft. You guys, living in the calm is so good for the soul. I highly recommend it. I highly encourage you to make this a part of your daily routine. I hope you guys use this information. Hope you have a great day and defeat the week.